Cool.
All right, where to next? Oh, and by the way, when you guys were coming out of the poison shop, Ooh kind of showed up. He's like, hey, I heard you guys yelling. I thought you guys were coming. Where you guys been? You guys left me at the warehouse. I've been sitting out there twiddling my thumbs and working on wood. You should see the sculpture I put over there in front of their place. It's really, really nice. Where are we going?
We don't want to hear about you working on your wood.
Oh. Yeah, well, what do you mean?
Never mind. Okay. Hey, we need to go back and we'll show you where we're at now, or where we'll probably return along the line of.
Oh, okay.
But we need to first see about if there's anything that is for sale or to be maybe manufactured or whatever the heck for us. So you tell us where there's some good manufacturers for anything we may want. Is there anything you guys want in particular to look for or have crafted that's a long-term basis thing? Crickets?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you guys did you want a magic shop, or you guys okay? You just wanted to sell your stuff?
I guess we're good then. We're gonna go with where we're at.
Sounds good.
Do we have anything that's going to help us? If we're starting to encounter drow, we need to be prepared to deal with the darkness. So I know one of us has a light spell or whatnot, but it's going to take a stronger than like a daylight spell or something to counteract the darkness, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think Tanner had actually cast one that was down there actually when you guys were down there to reset
It'll be good to have like two sources of it. I'm just throwing that out there. Is there a potions of daylight or anything like that or scroll?
I'm gonna start trying to dispel it, counterspell or whatever, because we've seen it a couple times.
Oh, nice.
Dispel.
I don't know if there's a potion. You could get a scroll though, and you definitely could do a counterspell. That's for sure.
All right.
You could pick up some scrolls and cast off scrolls too, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get I want to get a scroll of daylight.
Alrighty.
Daylight. I have at least one of them on hand.
It is daylight.
All right. So if I can get one of those purchased, I'll do that as well.
Sure, no problem. So it's 375 gold for a scroll of daylight.
All right. Let's see. 375.
Alrighty. And
I'm sorry, 375 is what you said?
yes, correct.
Okay.
And incidentally, when you asked Goo about that, he decided to take you over to the Thayan Embassy, actually, who was selling those scrolls for you. So it's kind of funny how that all works out sometimes.
All right.
And then as you guys are walking, he's like, ooh, you guys went there? That was a terrible place to go to get to cure. I mean, I know a much, much better place to go. That guy, he kind of tries to rip people off all the time, and he's not very nice. And a lot of times he falls asleep a lot. Have you ever noticed that? He really likes to sleep quite a bit. You should have talked to me. You could have talked to Thuna. Thuna really helps out. She's really, really good. She has lots of poisons and potions and good stuff. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere around here that has any things that we can use to help Carl in any way?
Oh, yeah, sure. You mean the pterodactyl that's walking behind us that everybody keeps staring at that looks really, really funny? That thing?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the little one?
Help with Carl in this Underdark area here. Well, we still got to go up there and report to the City Watch here.
Oh, you better do that, because the City Watch, they got these wizards that they just pop up everywhere. It's really, really crazy and kind of spooky, to be honest with you. So I'd probably do that first, and then if you want, we can see about some shops. I know some shops that stay up really, really late. You can go in there. They like to sell stuff. It seems like things get cheaper as the night goes on. I don't understand why, but yeah, if you want guys to do that, we can do that.
All right. Rastak's interested in getting like one of those lesser heightening things or something or other, I think.
Oh, yes.
So if he can put that in his
list,
in his wish list, or to be looked out for, that's something he can do and meet us back at our deal while we delve deeper into the underground here.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Razik, heightened spells, are you looking for like a scroll to be able to do that? Or are you looking for, I guess, what are you looking for?
There's a wand of lesser heightening, I
No,
think,
a
or
spellcaster.
Oh, you need a spellcaster?
Someone who can cast a heightened continual light should handle our electives.
I'm sorry, to cast a heighten for what again?
Continual light.
Heighten for continual light?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
an extended continual light, or you talking about like a permanent one or whatever?
Well, continual light's already permanent.
Oh, heighten increases its min level. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So if you heighten it, then it would be above
If you
a
heighten to
darkness.
level 4, it'll override any darkness.
Ah.
Okay, alrighty. Yeah, it sounds good. Why don't we, Ooh's like, ooh, that's a tough one. Let me think about that for a little bit. I'll find someplace.
Ooh, good idea.
We should actually ask, what's his name? Another Rose. He might know.
Yeah, ask Alagos. That's probably a good idea.
All right. Other than that, let's head up to the city watch and see what we need to do about our little incident we got ourselves involved in.
Alrighty, so Ooh's like, okay, all right, yep, I know exactly where to take you. Just follow me. Let's go. Come on. He acts like he's all like fatherly, motherly now. The last time I went there, they promised they were not really going to let me back in again. So I'm just going to stand outside when you guys go inside. So he kind of walks you up to one of the city guards that's in the district where you guys were at. You see some guards standing there, and they kind of say, "Halt! What are you here for? What's going on?"
We were told that the city guard needed to see us as it related to a little incident we had with some people in the town.
Alrighty.
Excuse me, the city here.
He's like, okay, you guys need to see the Magister. Do you remember what this was about? What incidents this was? Was it today? Was it yesterday?
It was today. It was this morning.
Okay, all right. So he's like, go ahead, go in, and you need to ask for Biley Kiteson. That's who you need, is Biley. So that's the Magister that's on today, that's dealing with today's issues. So just go on in there, go to the right, and they'll get you in, and you can talk about your punishments.
Okay. Is there a person of study of law other than him that is available in the city?
Kind of looks at you suspiciously. Why? Do you think the charges are false?
Of course, naturally. We're just trying to make sure that we just want to make sure that we're newcomers to the city and don't really want to be getting ourselves in any obligations or promises or anything that could get us into trouble in the future, as we're looking to make sure that we stay on a good side of the law.
Kind of looks at you guys again and sort of kind of rubs his chin. He's like, yeah, I guess. There's Hilda, who's over on the left. She's kind of like the person that helps out people that don't know what they're doing. Sounds like you guys. So if you stop to see Hilda Gamwort, she's on the other side. And then you can go see Biley Kiteson. She's on the right. Guard kind of looks at the other one, shakes his head. He's like, what in the world? All right.
Is Biley one of the people that was listed as a doppelganger?
Good question. So you want to go through the papers and take a look?
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of file through the papers, and you don't see any name of Biley Kiteson in your paperwork.
All right.
All right, so you guys go in, and you're looking for your public defender. Is that what you're looking for?
Yep.
So you go in, and
somebody that's knowledgeable about the law should be able to assist us and give us something as it relates to interacting with the people of the law, I would think.
Absolutely.
That's my hope.
Yeah, so you guys walk in, and you see halfling lady who's sitting behind a desk. She wears kind of some small glasses. She's like piling through. She's got a bunch of books, and she's really kind of paging through, and she's kind of looking at it, and she's like, all right, what do you guys need? She doesn't even lift up her head to look at you guys.
We need to go in and talk with the magistrate as it deals with a little encounter we had, and we want to make sure that we're assisted in making sure that we properly respond to the magister as his inquiries and not detrimentally say anything that may suggest that we broke any laws or whatnot. We don't believe we did, but we would like to have um, your assistance in making sure that we answer properly.
Hilga kind of nods her head up and down. She's like, all right, who you guys meeting with today? Who's your magister?
Yeah. I didn't write it down.
Bailey something or other.
Oh yeah, Bailey, she's a pushover. You guys got nothing to worry about. I'll be happy to do it. She's still not looking up at you guys. She's kind of paging through some pages and stuff. She's like, you throw me 5 gold my way, we'll be all set.
Well, you're not saying whatever, but we're talking about you're coming in there with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm coming in there. You guys don't have to talk at all. What was the crime? What'd you guys do?
We didn't do any crime. We were just going to stand over and go over what took place and make sure that it was properly understood that we were doing things in the best interest of the city.
Sure. Everybody's always doing the best thing in the city. Yep, that's fine. 5 gold, I'll go in with you. Bailey and I go way back. We practically grew up together. You got nothing to worry about.
All right. Well, you guys interested in sharing?
Yeah.
I'll give 2, and then each of them give a gold. And
All right, sounds good.
that'll be 5.
So Hilga puts out her hand as she's flipping through the book. She feels the 5 coins finally hit her hands. She kind of rubs them between her fingers, puts them, kind of tucks them kind of in the side of her shirt, and she slams the book shut. Boom. She's like, all right, let's go. She doesn't even look at you guys. She walks out the door. She's like, come on, let's go. We got to hurry up. We don't have time to be messing around with this. So she's like, I got things to read. She guys walks you in there, and you walk in and you see Hilga, obviously the halfling. You're looking, and the lady that you're going to see looks exactly like Hilga. And Hilga says, Bailey, sister, come on. These people are okay, and whatever they say is fine. Bailey kind of looks at you guys, and you guys taking a double take, like, which one's which? And Bailey's like, all right, what'd you guys do? What happened? Which crime are you guys? She's got a big list of papers in front of her.
Oh, we explained circumstances of what we had bumped into with those not so good folk there, and how we dealt with the magister, and they told us that we needed to come down and speak with you by the end of the day. Make sure we went over the details.
So she kind of goes through the paper. She's like, oh, yeah, Tark went over at the Crooked House. Yep, all right, let me see. He put a bunch of people to sleep, casting spells without permission in the city. She's kind of going through, yep, okay, yep. Doppelganger. Wow, we haven't seen one of those in a long, long time. We thought we cleared those out a long time ago. Matter of fact, last time we saw him was probably about 150 years ago. She's kind of paging through.
We're actually very concerned with the issues. We have come across some more doppelgangers. We explain where there's that entrance below that old warehouse.
All right.
That we discovered, and there we've gathered up some information that leads us to believe that there are doppelgangers that have assumed the roles of some city officials, and we wanted to make sure that this information gets to the proper people.
All right. So as you're going through that, she's kind of paging through, and as soon as you start talking about doppelganger, she immediately stops, kind of drops everything, and looks, and she says, you're saying doppelgangers are in the city?
Yeah, we actually have a list of people it takes some time to review, but they are actually in the city, and they are they have worked their way into some roles that are dangerous, to say the least. And we know your name's not on the list, so that's the reason why we're making sure that we get in here. Not to mention that we had to come here anyways, but you and the fact that your sister's here to help us make sure that we're doing things the right way, but that we get this information to those that can do something about it as fast as possible.
Gotcha. So as soon as you say that, she turns very pale and collapses and faints.
And I look at her sister and go, yeah, push over. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hilga just kind of shakes her head a little bit, and she's like, You know, her biggest fear is doppelganger. She's afraid she's going to turn into a doppelganger. She's like really scared of them. Thanks a lot. She kind of goes over and she throws a little bit of water out of her flask on her, and she's like, "Come on!" She's slapping her on the cheeks. Wake up! Wake up! She's still passed out. Hilga's like, I think you guys are clear to your charges. If you guys want, you can leave the paperwork here. She'll make sure that she gets it to the proper authorities. She continues to kind of slap her across the face. Come on, wake up! She's like, "Oh man, last time this happened, she was out for hours."
Well, why don't you make copies of all of these things so that the documents are there? But we want to have a copy of everything we submitted here today, drawn up so that so there's more than just one copy of all these names. So it doesn't accidentally get into someone's hands that could make the list disappear.
She's like, "Okay, all right. Can you take out the piece of paper, put it on the desk? I'll copy it real quick."
Yeah, not that small of a list.
What?
Pull it all out of the bag there and let
You see her eyes
a
get.
little stack of paperwork and just say, this is it here, and it needs to be. He said we need it copied, so.
All right, so you see her eyes get huge. She's like, "Oh my goodness." She's like, "All right, hang on just a second." She's like, Isel, come in here." All of a sudden, you see a kind of almost like a sort of like a human spider type of thing kind of come in, and she's like, "Come on, I need some help with this." And Isel kind of nods her head back and forth, and she's like, "We don't let Isel come out very often." All of a sudden, Isel kind of has 8 pieces of paper, and she's like, kind of scrolling everything out really quick, and she's like, she's really fast though. After about 10-15 minutes, they got pretty much everything copied. She's like, "Go away, Isel, go away, go away." So Isel kind of disappears.
All right, we'll give Isel a silver piece tip.
Oh, she's super excited. She eats it.
And so we keep our copy, and we give the original copy there to the court.
Alrighty. Hilda says, "You know, it's going to take her a week to poop out that silver piece. I'm just letting you know that." So she kind of picks up all the paper. She's like, "Thanks for the business, guys." And, Biley's still passed out on the floor. She's like, she'll be there all night.
All right. Well, then thank you again for your time.
She's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. She's like, "So come on, Biley, come on, wake up." She's still trying to, like, slap her awake. She's like, "Oh, my goodness."
Not. I'm glad she didn't pass out on us all alone. I'm looking around the room like, oh shit.
So you guys kind of step outside, and Ooh says, he's like, I found the shop. I found the shop you guys need to go to. It's definitely a very, very good shop. It's called Tesler's Hulacorn. She's very, very good. She's over at Tesler's Tower, which is right next to Elagos's place. You may actually be reading some manuals there if you want to. You could probably go over there.
All right.
She'll probably give you a good deal.
Show us the way.
Okay, so
What's going on in the city?
Oh, absolutely.
Today?
So he's like walking around, giving you guys a big tour. Finally, eventually, you guys show up at Tesla's tower, and she's like, "This would be the place right here. If you want to go on in, definitely go in. She'll be happy to help you out." Yep.
Okay. Thank you again.
No problem. Anytime.
Tip.
Oh, thank you very much.
Keep up the good work.
So you guys walk into the tower. Definitely is a maid shop. There's no doubt about it. However, once you get inside, you see very little in there. There's pretty much a desk that has some scroll paper on it, and you see a very tall high elf sitting there scrolling on some papers. He said she was female, but when you walk in, it looks male. He's kind of turns around. He says, "My name is Eros. What can I help you with?"
He said it was a female?
Yeah, that's what Ooh said.
I asked, where's the female that was here earlier that Ooh met?
So he's like, "There's no female that works here. If you're looking for some sort of spell, that would be me."
All right. And you throw what kind of spells? He's a divine caster?
Yes, I throw divine spells.
All right. And this is where Razik's deal was. He was looking for a heightening item?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Is that correct, Razik?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And you were looking for continual flame or continual light? I can't remember.
Same
light.
thing. I just yeah, I keep forgetting what the new names now.
There's a continual flame, which is a heatless torch, but I don't think that's what you wanted. Did you want like a continual daylight, or?
He wanted heightened for his continual flame, so he wanted I think that's what it is, isn't it? You wanted a scroll of heightening or something like that? Heightened
Yeah,
spell?
a heightened continual flame.
Oh yeah, continual flame. Yep. So then it beats out the darkness and.
Right, so you wanted it to be heightened. Okay, gotcha. Yep, hang on just a second. So he says, I can help you with that. He's like, but it will cost you. Heightened spells are very difficult to get in this town. A lot of spellcasters don't like to sell their heightened stuff because they have to waste some of their abilities of daily casting to cast a heightened spell.
The spell's permanent anyways. The only thing you're doing is heightening it to be at a higher caster level. It's still permanent.
He's like, he kind of looks over to you and he says, all right, so you do know some things about spells, I can tell.
That's why we want continual flame heightened.
So he says, is there something that you want to cast it on, or do you just want the scroll and you can decide later?
I don't think you can get a scroll that's got it heightened.
What? All right, what would you guys like it casted on then?
You want to cast it on like a gem or a stone or something? Rather, you can stick inside of something and conceal it, and otherwise take it back out. Something small. Isaac?
Yeah, anything will do actually.
Okay, all right. So he says, yeah, a gem's fine. So he says, if you have the gem, I'll be happy to cast that spell. It'll be, let's see here. He's kind of thinking through. It's like, all right, let me see. Yeah, he says probably, that's a heightened continual, so it's going to be like a daylight. He's kind of calculating in his mind. You see him kind of holding his fingers up to his chin, sort of rubbing his chin gently. Let's make it, let's see, usually 200 gold
what?
for, how about, we're going to make it 1,000 gold, and it's yours forever.
Why don't you throw it on your campfire bead? Then it's the light source with your campfire bead out as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Is that what you want? All right. So he says, yeah, if you got 1,000 gold, I'm happy to cast that spell on that campfire bead.
Right, because the campfire bead's a permanent thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. So 1,000 gold, and it's yours.
We're stunned in silence at how expensive it is.
What's that again?
We're stunned in silence at how expensive is cooking.
So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at for the spell. If you guys want it.
I don't know. Unless you guys want to do something to get yourselves some dark vision, this is the only way you're gonna be able to see in the dark, and I mean the regular lighting it, but to be able to cancel it out is my concern. Solves the drow's main deal. If we're gonna be dealing with more of them, and that's this type of minions, then we're gonna want something that won't blind everybody all the time. Now, if you want, I mean, we can all throw in. I shouldn't say that. I'm willing to throw in a quarter of the cost. I don't want to carry it because I already have dark vision, but I'm more than happy to give it to somebody that's gonna need it for melee or whatever, casting, targeting, etc.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll throw in quarter.
Well, the 250's coming off mine.
All right. Yep. Go ahead and take 250 off everybody if that's what you guys want to do.
I know, I'm getting, figured it would be.
220.
Sorry, I can catch up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there's one.
Alright, took mine off. How much is, what's the conversion of plat? Is it 10 or 100
10 to 1.
gold?
Everything's 10 to 1 now.
God damn, I got a shit ton of cash.
Well, I think you sold everything though, didn't you?
Yeah, I sold a, oh, you mean earlier? Yeah,
Yeah, a
I had
couple
all
weeks
that,
ago.
that rock
Yeah,
from
yep.
that
Side
side
adventure.
adventure.
Yeah.
Eridus and I did, and that made me a shit ton of money.
Yep. Alrighty. Okay, so you guys get that. And where do you guys want to go next?
We still have delays on those 2 other meetings we had, right?
Yeah, but it's nighttime now, so you won't be able to get in and deal with the Accord at this point. And then, yeah, the other stuff is no rush. You guys can do it whenever.
Does he just cast or does he also sell other stuff?
What's that?
Does he just cast or does he also sell other stuff?
He sells other things. What are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for components for Constitution belt.
For a Constitution belt? Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking that up. Do you guys, what are you guys thinking about doing after this? You guys gonna camp after this, or sleep, or? You looking at a +2, I assume.
I don't have to recover any spells, so I don't.
I think everybody should be probably pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Razik, he says, he tells you, he's like, yeah, I got the stuff, and if you need it, you can always come back. It's going to take me a bit to get it, though. Give me 24 hours, 48 hours. I should have, you know, a few of that stuff if you need it.
Okay.
Does that work? He's like, yeah, just come on back. My name's Elos. You know, we're over at the, you know, Tesla's tower, so. Alrighty. So, sounds good. Anything else? Any other shopping or things that you guys are looking to get?
That's back to the sewers.
Back to the sewers.
Let's go hit something.
Alrighty. So, you guys kind of get back into the sewers. Unfortunately, though, the time has surpassed and it's been over 5 hours. So it's difficult to see the footprints at this point. But you guys think you kind of know where the footprints were going.
We had something that said meet somewhere, didn't we? We found in that one.
Yeah,
meeting.
you had a note that said that they wanted to meet underneath the Cold Forge, which is a smithy in town.
Oh, let's go over that way and take a meander and see what's going on over at this cold smithy. What do you guys think?
Sounds
What do
good.
you guys?
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys kind of come back up, and Ooh says, "Oh, the Cold Smithy. Oh, yes, very, very good place. I love going that place. It's really, really nice. Did you guys know that? The guy there, he's kind of cankerous, though. He's not a really very nice guy. But just this way, and he kind of drags you guys, and you guys are kind of really getting into really the sort of seedy part of the Waterdeep Docks area. Definitely not a nice place. And so as he kind of drags you guys over there, and he's sort of pointing to the area, he's like, "Yep, the cold forge right here." And you guys see kind of a horseshoe or a blacksmith area that pretty much does horseshoes, and nothing really of any value to you guys necessarily. But he kind of points that way, and he says, "There's a guy inside. Just go on in there, and he'll help you out." Who says, "I'll stay outside though. Krusty doesn't like me very much."
Were they meeting at the forge or under the forge in the sewer?
So it said under the forge is what it said.
Okay. Gonna look around for a sewer grate.
Yeah, absolutely. How far out you guys gonna look? Like just within like 10, 15 feet, or are you guys gonna go to the closest grate you can find?
Guess closest grate we can find. We
Okay.
gotta be pretty close to it.
Yeah, so you guys kind of walk over and kind of searching around, and back behind the cold forge, you guys see a grate that's there. That's actually behind the place, sort of, where the people bring their horses in. It's pretty messy back there, a lot of cow dung or horse dung and whatnot back there. But you could definitely get through the grate.
All right, lift the grate off, I guess.
Okay. So you lift the grate up. You notice that you guys can kind of fit through this grate and get down into the sewers. It's dark time now, though, so it's pretty dark down there. Except you have your continual flame, so you guys can see. If you have it out.
Yeah.
All
Have
right.
it out.
Okay. So you guys kind of climb down, and halfway when you're down, you see a big, kind of a big human come out of the back of the smithy, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing in my sewer? What the hell is going on here?"
City sewer, sir. We've been hired to check these sewers. There's rumors of some giant rats or something like that festering around here, causing trouble, and we don't dare have them come on up. So please stay back and keep the children away from this area, if you would.
All right. He kind of looks over and he's like, "That must be one hell of a rat, man. You got like this huge bird lizard thing, and you got this other lizard thing. Holy crap!"
Yeah, that one sniffs them out.
Wow. He's like, "Holy smokes, I didn't know it was so bad down there." He's like, "All right, go ahead. Get out. Jeez, oh, Pete." He goes back inside.
Appreciate your concern. Have a nice day.
You hear the door latch.